business ideas that anyone can start. You don't need money and you don't need a following to start these businesses. Starting your own business is the craze of this year, and for good reason. Owning your own business provides flexibility, time freedom, and so much opportunity for growth. These are 5 business ideas for anyone that's passionate about making money and being your own boss. There may or may not be a few bonus ideas at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around to find out. The first business that anyone can start is coaching or consulting. This is a good one because you use your knowledge that you already have to help others, and you make some money while doing it. While there's no need to be an expert to become a coach, you do need to have some sort of experience in the field that you're trying to coach. And when I say coaching or consulting, it's not necessarily just coaching a sport. You could teach people how to edit videos. You could teach people how to edit photos. You could tutor, and you could also coach a sport, obviously, but it's just any skill that you have. Just monetizing your skills and really capitalizing on that is a great way to start making money with skills that you already have. So all you have to do is figure out what you're good at and what people would pay to learn. You'd be surprised. People will pay for just about anything. The next business idea is opening an online store, like through Etsy, Shopify, or any of the other platforms that allow you to have a store on their website. This is such a great way to use your creativity and imagination to make something and make money. Especially if you are crafty or good at art, this is such a great way to start selling some homemade items or artwork that you make, and you don't need to create your own website if you use things like Shopify or Etsy, as I mentioned before, because they have a website and they'll also drive traffic for you, so you don't have to come in with a following already, which is a great start. All you need is an idea for a store and products that you could possibly sell. A great way to start is thinking of what you would buy as gifts or what you could possibly make for people as gifts, and just work on selling those. And like I said, with Etsy and Shopify, they will do all the marketing for you, so you don't have to create your own website and find a way to drive traffic to it. It'll already be done, and that just takes a little bit of the headache out of it, but they do take a little bit of fees off the top, obviously, because it's a little bit easier. But this is a great way to make money if you are crafty or you have a great imagination or just a great product that you want to sell. A great example of this is masks. If you would have gotten into selling masks about a year ago, think of where you would be now. And masks aren't really that difficult to make if you know how to sew or if you know how to make them. And people have made tons of money on this. So that's just the idea. The idea does not have to be super complex. It can be something simple. The third business idea is kind of similar to opening an online store. It's opening a print-on-demand store. So essentially with print-on-demand, it's pretty similar to an online store, except you're not creating a physical product and shipping it out. It's focused more on graphic design. So you create a design and you put it on t-shirts, mugs, blankets, whatever. You just use a platform that creates the products for you, and they also ship out the products for you, and they handle all the customer service for you. There are tons of platforms that do this, like Redbubble, Teespring, Merch by Amazon, and probably more that I'm leaving out. But essentially, they do all the work for you. All you have to do is create the design and pick which products you want to put that design on. I personally like the sites that don't charge you an upfront cost, like Teespring, Redbubble, and Merch by Amazon. They charge you only after an item has been sold. So they just take a premium off the top rather than charging you a flat rate or a fee up front. Print on demand can be extremely lucrative if you're good at graphic design, and even if you're not good at graphic design, you can learn that skill. Being good at something just means you've practiced. So if you practice graphic design, watch some videos on YouTube, you could probably make a lot of money doing print on demand if you get into the right niche and you do the proper research that goes into it. But print on demand is a great business idea that anyone can start. Before jumping into the fourth business idea, hit that like to let me know you're enjoying the video. The fourth business idea is a service-based business. So a service-based business is exactly what it sounds like. You use your skills and your knowledge to provide a service. This could be for a business, this could be for an individual. Regardless of what it is, the theme I'm conveying here is monetizing your skills. That is the way to make money and become wealthy. All you need to do is brainstorm what you are good at and what people would possibly want to pay for. You would be surprised at the things that people would pay for. You could do photography, you could make thumbnails for people, you could edit videos, you could do bookkeeping for business, advertising or marketing for a business or influencer. There are tons of opportunities to make money using skills that you already have. Having a service-based business can be extremely lucrative, but it does require a consistent amount of work. Unlike a print-on-demand store or something that you could completely outsource, a service-based business is kind of hard to outsource, especially if it's photography, because that kind of requires you to be there and you to provide the service, but it all depends on what the business is. The fifth business idea is becoming a virtual assistant. If you're organized and you love to plan, you might want to look into becoming a virtual assistant. The cool thing about being a virtual assistant is that there's a wide range of opportunities. You can work for a corporation, a small business, an influencer. There are tons of opportunities when it comes to being a virtual assistant. Although it may not be as lucrative as some of the other business ideas on this list, you can make a decent amount of money, and you can also build up your professional network and get to know more and more people in the industry that you're interested in. Since you stuck around all the way to the end, I will give you a bonus idea, but first hit that like and let me know you made it all the way to the end, and drop a comment for which one of these businesses you want to try. The sixth business idea is a social media manager. This has become such a big factor in businesses nowadays, especially with influencers and everything else that's going on with social media. Using your skills that you've learned from just being on these apps could possibly get you a job. And I know it kind of sounds weird, but being a social media manager is exactly what it sounds like. You're managing a company or influencer's social media. So you post on their feed, you reply to comments, things like that, and you just brand for the business so that they don't have to do it. And the cool thing is that you learn most of these skills from social media just by being on it. So if you're anything like me and you spend a little bit more time than you should on social media, you should look into becoming a social media manager. I will say that this does take some time to get into, and you do need to build up your client list, but you can make a ton of money from this, and it doesn't require any crazy amount of knowledge, just knowledge that you have from scrolling on your phone. Let me know which of these businesses you're going to try or you have already tried, and check out this video. I'll see you guys next week.